At this stage, I wish to state emphatically that our whole being is opposed to these four bills. The three citizenship bills, because I don't think that we should be using this approach to address those. I don't think we've had sufficient discussions about what we want to see and who we want to see as citizens of our country. That is a national discourse that must be held. Absolutely. And I am recommending that the people vote no on those three bills, send them back. And afterwards, our political leaders then should sit with the people, have a national discussion about citizenship matters, including those persons who are already in our country, who have been crying out for decades for some solution to their dilemma. Let's include that in an overall comprehensive citizenship discussion. Therefore, I am recommending, encouraging persons from Abaco to Inagua to vote no on the first three bills for that reason. On the fourth bill, from all that I've seen and heard, I am satisfied. I am convinced that the passage of bill number 4 will provide a legal foothold for those who wish to see same-sex marriage implemented in this country. And I am opposed to that. And so I am encouraging all Bahamians to vote no on bill number 4 for that reason. If at some future date the government wishes to reintroduce that, then they should include the proviso that the people want, and then we will support the bill. The people have to demonstrate that the authority still remains with us. Amen. That our political representatives are just there to represent us. And I think at no time in the history of this country is that more critical than now, to say to our political leaders, who really runs this country? Who is the government of this country? Whether it's the people who sit in parliament or it's the people who they represent throughout this archipelago. And I believe it's the latter. And I believe that message is very much needed for our political directorate at this time. And the best way to send that message is to send the 4 bills back, because they're not ready for real serious consideration by the people of this country. And that will get the message across not only to the political leaders, but to those who perhaps see things their way, whether through coercion, through persuasion or whatever, that we're not going that way. We have to establish who is in charge of this country, who runs this country. It is not those who believe that they're the intellectual giants and they speak down to the rest of us. And so, folks, this is the first time, at least on this program, that I have hoisted my flag to the top of the flagpole. I've always been opposed to these bills, but as a host, we just want to allow our guests to educate you, our viewers. But with this being just days away, with every fiber of my being, I am saying to you, vote no. And I will be voting no on June 7th. And so, Balmos, I wish we had more time.
I do too.
I wish we had more time.
We have to do this again.
As a politician, as the leader of a party, we need political parties, we need politicians. They're such a vital part of our whole society going forward. Absolutely. But I think right now the political directorate is out of shape. This society is like a jigsaw puzzle where the church fits in, the business community, civil society, the courts, and the political sector. But the political sector seem to have swollen themselves beyond the space that they're supposed to fill. They're becoming a colossus in this country where they want to just control and dictate everything. And those who do not support that are ostracized, marginalized, and made into non-entities. Well, those days are gone. Excellent. And the people of this country must make that very clear on June 7th. Folks, thank you for watching, and we trust that you have been educated by a very articulate speaker and someone who knows the Constitution in Mr. Greg Moss, the Member of Parliament for Marco City in Grand Bahama, and also the leader of the United Democratic. We didn't have time to talk about your political aspect, yes. But maybe you still have time.
I look forward to coming back.
And we'll invite you back to talk about now the political direction
After the
of
bills.
yourself and the United Democratic Party, but this referendum is too important
No, this is the
to
right
have
thing to be
to
focusing
have
on.
shared this brief
Yeah.
time
No, we
with
couldn't.
anything else. So, folks, thank you very much,
Thank you.
and we trust that you do the right thing on June 7th. Good night. God bless.